age 3 or 4. However, they don't seem to be using worse language, just more of it. So when your 6-year-old comes home from school and says, "Mommy, I got in trouble for swearing at my teacher," maybe you shouldn't be scolding them. Maybe you should be scolding yourself. While swearing has a long history and could possibly pose many benefits, there should be barriers. Society as a whole needs to take out a giant bar of soap and give our tongues a good scrubbing, myself included. When it comes to swearing, we should all keep this one simple rule in mind. Less is more. Thank you.
Being irresistible can have drawbacks, or so believes the narrator of this selection. Here's one fisherman who has problems we can only imagine. The sensuous angler by Patrick F. McManus. Women find me extraordinarily attractive. Irresistible cannot be too strong of a word. I sometimes have to laugh at myself, the great show they put on, just to make me think they're totally unaware of my existence. Just recently, I was sitting by a beautiful woman on the uptown bus. I could tell she was flustered by the way she was rummaging around in her purse, pulled out a compact, and started fixing her face. It was absolutely hilarious, particularly when she wiped off some excess eyeshadow with the tip of my tie. I mean, there are no lengths to which women will go in pretense of ignoring me. The combination of my obsession with fishing and my irresistible appeal took an extreme turn for the worse one day. Her name was Jennifer, and she worked in the same advertising agency I did. My job at the agency was to invent lies about a client's product. So distracted was I by Jennifer, I allowed the truth slip into my copy, and it nearly got me fired. Naturally, upset as I was by the mishap, but once the boss had left, I whipped out my formal fly tying outfit and began to tie a few royal henchmen to soothe my nerves. Suddenly, I felt a pair of eyes on me. I realized it was Jennifer, watching me. She came over to my desk. "Hello, I'm Jennifer. You must be new here." "Oh, I've been here for a while." "You have? How long?" 4 years. Strange that I've never noticed you before, and our desks are only 20 feet apart. "Well, I've noticed you, Jennifer." "You have? Anything in particular?" "Is there ever? For one thing, I noticed how you read Field and Stream so avidly at lunch, while the other girls are gawking on Glamour. And then I saw how you took that capsule reel you were supposed to be typing your annual reports." "Oh dear, caught me in the act, did you? I was just cleaning my Proton 90 double widget powered by Procaster." "You're telling me you have got the prettiest little Procaster I've laid eyes on." A flush of embarrassment filled Jennifer's cheeks. As she bent over to whisper in my ear, I felt the faint, lingering fragrance of, did you notice anything else? "You mean the way you rewrapped those split bamboo rods in your coffee breaks last February?" "Of course I noticed. It nearly drove me wild." "You were very attractive. And not that bad look. I like large ears a lot." I chuckled. The poor girl was practically tongue-tied. "But what really attracted me to you most then was your portable fly tying outfit. It's lovely. Say, I've got an idea. Why don't you stop by my place and I will..." "Well, you know." "Oh, I know. When I slipped into Jennifer's apartment that evening, she poured us each a glass of wine and turned on the stereo. Then we got right down to business. I was amazed, I must tell you, about how much that woman knew. In 15 minutes, she showed me how to cure fresh steelhead eggs for bait than all the other old grizzled anglers I've ever known. No one must ever find out about us." I told Jennifer as we shook hands in front of her apartment. "Oh, I know. But next time. "What? Tell me what, Jennifer?" "Next time, I'll show you how to fillet perch." I was puzzled. But Jennifer, I already know how to fillet perch. She gave me an inviting smile. "Not the way I do it." "When can we do it? When can we fillet perch together?" Maybe next Tuesday night. Call me after 8. But if a man's voice answers, pick up. A man's voice? Yes, my husband. He's very big with a short temper, and he hates fishing and fish. It would be most unfortunate for you because, you know, laying together. I shuddered at the image conjured up by her warning. When Tuesday night rolled around, I called Jennifer's number. Jennifer answered. Is it safe? Yes. Kimber's on a business trip tonight and won't be back until tomorrow. Great, I'll sneak right over. When I met Jennifer at the door of her apartment, I was disappointed to find her in a filmy, low-cut negligee. You were early. Mix yourself a drink, the leg will slip into something a little more comfortable. Presently, she returned from the bedroom, dressed in baggy, patched fishing pants, a plaid wool shirt sprinkled with fish scales. Hey, now that's more like it! Overcome by the excitement of the moment, Jennifer and I rushed into the kitchen and began to flay madly. Never have I known a woman who could flay like Jennifer. Perch after perch fell under her flashing knife. I was memorized by her very motions. The way she whacked out the head, stripped away the scales, and sliced off the fillets. Time ceased to exist for me, and all space seemed confined to that laminated maple chopping block. But then, the earth moved. Did the earth move with you, Jennifer? Yes. And you know who made it move? What? Hammer. He always trips on the last step on the top of the stairs. What'll I do? Jennifer scooped up all the evidence and flung it into the freezing compartment of the refrigerator. Right before Hammer's big shadow filled the doorway, Jennifer lunged across the kitchen, threw her arms around me, and planted a big, wet, utterly disgusting kiss on my mustache. And then Hammer filled the doorway. Who this? This is just one of my professors from med school. We heard you'd be out of town tonight and thought you'd swing by. You expect me to buy a cock and bull story like that? It smells fishy in here. You two got something with fish, ain't ya? Flaying? I'll bet that you're even flaying behind my back. No, Hammer, there wasn't anything like that. Please don't kill him. Repeat that last part, would you, Jennifer? I don't think you heard it. The moment Hammer comes, he gave me the opportunity to jump out the kitchen window and sprint safely down the alley. When I stopped to catch my breath, I made up my mind right then and there that never again was I going to play with another man's wife. Particularly on whose apartment was higher than the ground floor. One thing is so darn hard to sprint to safety with your legs protruding from your armpits.
So, why do men whistle at a woman when she walks down the street? I know women have asked this question for years, but I am pleased and happy to say that my colleague, Dr. Min R. Apes, and I have an answer to this question that has baffled women throughout the ages.
Why, thank you, Dr. Boyce, that brings us size by Walnut.
The Girl Who Cried Wolf.
By John C. Havens.
Millions of years ago, when cave people still walked the earth, or however long ago it was, the exact number isn't important for anyone who's out there right now saying,
it wasn't a million years ago. It was only 600,000 years.
exactly. To you people out there, I say relax. Well spoken, Dr. Min R. Apes.
Thank you. Now on to the origin of what Dr. Boyce brings us size by Walnut and I have come to call the wolf whistle syndrome. This is that annoying two-toned whistle that men hurl at women as if to say, with this whistle, I will make you desire me.
Not.
That whistle actually makes us cringe to the marrow of our being. It's true. Watch. Ugh! See? That's marrow, baby.
Shoot that poison marrow through my heart.
Okay, you must promise me to never sing ever again. I can't make that promise, Doctor. I've got the music in me. Well then, getting back to our experiment. Perhaps when you whistle, you lads think we'll respond like this.
Was that Beethoven?
Why, yes. Yes, it was.
I see. Come over here instantly in the middle of this crowded street and make out with me.
Why, yes. Yes, I will.
Yeah, guys, in your dreams.
Well, we digress onto the wolf whistle syndrome, a behavior stemming from the wild days of yesteryear.
Get your motor running. Get out on the highway. Looking for adventure. Whatever comes away.
It is highly unscientific.
Born to be wild.
Okay, there are reasons I ask you not to sing.
Yeah, I
can see that now. Shall I start the demonstration of the syndrome? Yes, please, quickly. This is the ancient caveman from millions of years ago. Notice the swaggering posture, the bent back, and the swinging arm. Aha! Notice the leg rise, as if this caveman were a happy dog having scratched an annoying itch. Now notice, as the caveman catches the whip of an elusive yet tantalizing scent. Is it perhaps a slaughtered bison?
No, I don't like bison anymore since I watched that TV show, Queer Eye for the Troglodyte.
Troglodyte equals cave dweller.
Seriously, I mean, have you ever tried to rip through a bison carcass without any stone tools? It is murder on the nails. I mean, yeah, sure, I dig slugs and grubs out of the riverbeds at dawn for breakfast, and rub feces in my hair as a line detergent, which, incidentally, really helps maintain my hair's natural luster. Anyway, this seasoned bison out.
Okay then, no bison. How about pork?
I know I see fatty meat. Besides, pork is such a bore. Eat it? Bore? What? Does that make you reward of these flies anymore? What you want as the cave wants you is a little fish speared as the morning dew is just evaporating off seagrass's wheat. Then you take your spear and you ram it through an unsuspecting carp or breed or semen. Just not your own foot like I did the other day. No, foot meat there, you bought.
Okay then. Whatever the actual scent is that the caveman smells, the caveman, much like a dog, drives himself into a frenzy trying to let his said scent. Eventually, mistaking his own scent for that of his elusive prey, he eats his own tail.
Ah! Want a piece of tail?
Do you know how bad that sounds when you're trying to show how men are pigs?
I thought the French guy said we weren't gonna have the boar.
Anyways, moving on. As the climatic portion of our demonstration, we see the caveman try to call his own dog. Notice, as the Fido domesticus is not responding to the caveman's call. Now, however, watch as I impersonate a prehistoric pooch and how I respond to our frustrated caveman's final call.
My dog likes Beethoven.
So, what does this mean? In all of recorded history, or at least in this sketch intended for grand entertainment and side-splitting hilarity, that first caveman mistakenly assumed that the dog was responding to the whistle, whereas he was actually a classical music fan. Like I'm a fan of classic rock. Like Kiss, for instance. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. That is so distracting.
I'm just sorry you won't ever know the true joy of rock.
Anyway, if our wolf whistle syndrome isn't making a lot of sense to you, that's alright. There's actually no scientific evidence per se for our theory. Precisely. It's actually a theory developed out of a deep reservoir of pain and humiliation from having been whistled at throughout the years. And again, if you're saying, you mean those scientists just took the means to pretending to be dogs and cavemen without any solid research for evidence? You're right. Lighten up. Truly lighten.
You know who makes me feel lighter? James Taylor. When you're down and trouble.
Okay, if you seriously don't stop singing, you will be troubled. Anyways, moving on. We actually have one last scientific experiment which we are currently doing research on. It's a new direction for us, an exciting one. We are trying to take the wolf whistle and apply it to men. Now this has parodied on shows before like Saturday Night Live, which although humorous in its depiction of women whistling at men, wasn't, in our opinions, realistic. Precisely. In all of these other shows, when a woman suggestively whistled at a man, the man fled from the stage crying like a baby, saying he was treated as an object. Now, we would like to demonstrate how men would actually respond to this type of situation. I will play a woman, and I will be a man. Now, as you can see, giving any sign of encouragement to a man makes him think you're interested in him. So, we came up with a different scenario. Instead of using the wolf whistle like our male counterparts, we will be using something called the pressuring plea. A much more effective tool in our estimation. Much. Now this time around, I will be playing a number of different men passing a woman on the street, and I will be said woman. Hey, so can I call my boyfriend since we talked at a party? So for our second One day, I was thinking you could meet my parents.
No!
I want a really big family when I get older, so you better have a good job.